Hey guys, welcome back to another UKMT video. Today we're doing another UKMT question. The question is, a rectangular sheet of paper with sides 1 and root 2 has been folded once as shown, so that one corner just meets the opposite long edge. What is the value of length D? So to make it easier, we'll draw on this diagram here. So as you can see, there is no shape that we can use right now. We can actually draw another triangle that creates this creates the original paper that has been folded. And we can actually prove that this blue triangle that I've just made and this red triangle here are congruent. So we can prove that these are congruent because they both have right angles here. They both share a hypotenuse in the middle. And because this blue triangle has just been folded down exactly the same, then that we could prove that the sides of it as well, so this side and this side would be the same as well. So if they're congruent, that means all the lengths of the sides are the same. So this green side would be the whole edge minus D, so 1 minus D here. And then this blue line from here to here would just be the length of our paper, or width of paper, which would be root 2. So if we know these lengths, then we know that this green side is also 1 minus D. And we know that this red side is also root 2. So we know these lengths now. Now we basically want to find the length of this blue side in order to make an equation that solves for D. So to find this blue side, we have to find this yellow side, and we can find this yellow side by doing Pythagoras theorem. So we can do root 2 squared minus 1 squared. So root 2 squared is basically 2, and then 2 minus 1 is just 1. So our yellow side here would just be 1. And then our blue side would just be the whole length, which is root 2, minus 1. So our blue equals root 2 minus 1. So now we have all three lengths of our smaller triangle labelled here. We can use Pythagoras theorem to solve for D. So we go out. So we have 1 minus D squared minus D squared equals root 2 minus 1 squared. So that is our equation that we need to solve. So first of all, we can work out 1 minus D squared. So 1 minus D squared is the equivalent of 1 minus D times 1 minus D. So 1 by 1, 1 times 1 is 1, minus D times 1 is minus D, 1 times minus D again is minus D, and then minus D times minus D is plus D squared. So overall, you just get 1 minus 2D equals D squared. So 1 minus 2D plus D squared minus D squared here equals root 2 minus 1 squared. So then we can collect like terms. So D squared minus D squared just cancels out. So in the end, you just got 1 minus 2D equals root 2 minus 1 squared. Now we can expand our root 2 minus 1 squared. So so this is the same as root 2 minus 1 times root 2 minus 1. So root 2 by root 2 is just 2. Minus 1 times root 2 is minus root 2. And then the same for root 2 times minus 1 is minus root 2. And then minus 1 times minus 1 is just 1 squared, which is just 1. So plus 1. So then overall we just get 2 plus 1, which is 3. 3 minus 2 root 2. So now we have 1 minus 2D equals 3 minus 2 root 2. So then we can put 1 over to the other side. So minus 2D equals 2 minus 2 root 2. And then our D would just equal 2 minus 2 root 2 all over minus 2. So 2 over minus 2 is minus 1. And then minus 2 root 2 over minus 2 is just root 2. So plus root 2 equals d. So d equals minus 1 plus root 2, which is also the same as root 2 minus 1, which is option B. Thank you guys for watching our video. Please make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time's video. Bye!